number 12, Nick Leonard. Forward, number 14, Brandon McGill. And at guard, number 5, Chase Pater.
We welcome you back to the Augusta Civic Center as Muncie Media brings you the men's game here, the doubleheader between the Owls of the University of Maine Presque Isle. They'll be in the visiting white, moving right to left on your screen. They'll be in their dark uniforms. The Maine Moose from the University of Maine Augusta will be moving left to right on your screen. This should be a good matchup, Nate. These teams went after each other. Very tightly contested game up at Presque Isle earlier in the season. A game that the Moose led till very late on, and tough call at the end, and the Owls went on for the win. So we're expecting a very competitive game here tonight here in our men's game. You see the Moose being introduced. Down below us, Brittany brings you the pictures. Rob Munzing, Nate Munzing here for the analysis and play-by-play of this one. For your Moose, Keith Chesley, Brandon Rogers among the starters. Malaga is also going to start here tonight. Taylor Wilbur and Garrett Alley, starters. And we're set to get underway here. Glad you're joining us. Moose control, first possession. Rogers got cut off. Swinging it all the way around. Here comes the entry pass inside. Alley got it back out. Rogers head and shoulder fake. He'll take the baseline pop. Irons it up. Won't go. Rebound was Harris. They'll set it up.
2-3 zone here by the men Moose. Now, one of the most important parts of any zone kind of defense is going to be communication, because you've got to be able to, one, cover spot, but know where the cutter is going to be able to make that adjustment to come down, rotate over, and help and assist.
9 on the shot clock here. First possession here for the Owls. Jim Ford, the UMaine Augusta Moose coach. Mike Holmes at the helm for the Owls. Chase Vacar gets it inside off the elbow. Uncontested pop. That didn't get down for Maurice Harris. Wilbur, he'll get it back outside. Alaga, Rogers. Chesley goes on the cut. Double team Rogers. Oof. We've seen Rogers swoop a lot of times off that move. They doubled him up immediately. Of course, these teams familiar with each other, so won't be a lot of surprises here. First hoop of the game.
Chase
Vacar. Wilbur dishes inside to Alley, goes up, and he gets fouled. So Garrett will be going to the free throw line.
Good pass there by Wilbur to go ahead and set Alley up. Too bad he wasn't able to kind of collect that in a smooth manner to be able to go right up with it and put the layup in.
But Garrett will get the free throws. Got the first one. Ironed up. 2-1. Vacar holds. Gets it back around. Linhardt now left side. Collins got it all the way across. And good defense that time by the Moose.
Yeah, anytime you can get the opposition to go ahead and pass the ball around the perimeter and not even attempt to get the shot off, it's a good defensive possession on your side.
Rogers will get on him. Rogers in the post now. He's going to swoop, make room for himself, and lay it home, and that's almost indefensible.
Yeah, and that's a great play there because there's a lot of clumping going on right now in the paint. So for him to be able to go ahead and split those two defenders and get a shot up was a miracle in itself, and then obviously being able to put it home was even better.
Yeah, you don't want to go away from inside. I like the, it's kind of a, that was a swoop and a half. It's kind of a double. You go at it twice, Nate. You go inside first, and then the defense comes, and then they don't expect it to come right back in again. Sometimes that's the way to do it. Was the long-winded point I was trying to make.
Yeah, good shot there by Keith, though.
Go in, gets cut off, out, back in immediately. The defense sometimes will relax a little bit as it goes back outside. Don't expect a quick re-entry pass inside. 3-2 Moose.
And you can tell UMPI here trying to set up their zone breaker here, and that's a little bit better. Anytime you can work a triangle against a zone, you're going to be successful.
Brendan McGill. And they move the ball smartly.
Good take.
And good rejection.
Yeah, even better rejection.
Yeah,
wow.
For sure. Second chance opportunity here for the Owls. Tough off balance hit that time by Chase Vakar.
Yeah, Vakar's definitely the shooter. Got to find him on the court. Got to get a hand in his face and try and get him off balance.
Well, he was off balance, but he still put it home. Roger swoops. Oh, he tucked it inside to Garrett Alley, and a little too
fancy.
Down. Yep.
A little too fancy. I mean, anytime. I don't know. Not a lot of people can collect the ball at their feet and be able to go right up with it. So I mean, that's got to get up to about his waist in order for him to do anything, even from that position there.
Contested that rebound. Did Garrett, as he also. Got a little piece of McGill. Well, they call the back door, but not soon enough, and Coach Ford says we've got to make sure we correct that. So he's going to take the timeout. We'll take the timeout back after this.
Our goal here at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise your program or group the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time, hassle-free.
Over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise over $10,000 every year, which has really allowed us to get the extra stuff the kids really need to run a successful program.
One of our biggest goals at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to really develop a relationship on the ground with the coaches, the community, and the boosters that are involved, and help bring them together and understand how important it is to fundraise.
Back after timeout, Coach Ford took the timeout as the Owls have extended 8-3. They got it to Rogers, and Rogers went up and down. Well, that was a nice pass by Garrett Alley and a better reception by Brandon Rogers.
Yeah, really nice there.
On the baseline, good look underneath. And a little shuffle of the feet by Brandon McGill. But, boy, that was a good look. See that Rogers play. We'll cue that up. We'll show it to you on the next break we get. Chesley. Keith looking to get in. And he does. Good take by Keith. Tough take by Keith that time as he came down the rumble strip. So good timeout by Coach Ford. Little run here for the Moose. They went into the timeout 8-3, 8-7 now. Here's your three-point shooter. Knocked away. That was Wilbur. You want him taking that shot. He's a shooter. Ball didn't get down the floor from Maurice Harris. We'll show you that. We'll show you that Rogers play here. Boy, He's just got nice, soft hands. I think I said this before. He'd be like a fantastic, wide receiver,
Yeah,
wouldn't he,
would.
Nate?
Yeah.
Listen, Munsing's always come after things on the basketball end, you know. Three didn't go. 8-7, Owls. And we got a 30-second timeout. Well, we got the 30-second timeout. We'll take the timeout. We'll come back here after this.
A lot of people who go to UMA are people like myself who are going back to school later in life. We have jobs, kids, mortgages, bills. UMA provides an environment for people like me to thrive. I was able to apply what I learned at UMA immediately. My boss took notice of what I was doing at UMA and gave me more opportunities. You start achieving and it feels good. The staff at UMA, their involvement with you doesn't stop when they hand you a diploma. They're still there providing guidance and mentorship, and that's really, really special.
14:03 left here. You see the clock here from Augusta Civic Center. Busy week for us here as this is the second of the game. The women won the first game going away. They cruised in that game, actually.
Yeah, they basically had that in hand. They just really executed well, both defensively and offensively.
Little bumping going on the take by Kevin Collins as he went down the left side.
Yeah, UMPI having some success here, run their triangle, kicking the ball down to the high post and having some cutters on the backside and being able to kind of get in between this 2-3 zone here of UMA.
Caleb McGuire getting set to check in. First one's good. Stay with us at halftime. We have a couple of the women come up and talk to us. We always like talking to the players, find out what how their semester's going and acclimation to the basketball program, and really always both of these teams, and I think all basketball teams, are with each other so much.
Yeah.
And you're traveling so much. I mean, if you don't get along, boy, it's a long winter.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy, save that one. We're gonna save that one. We'll let the scoreboard ride from it. We want to save that one. We want to show you that one again. Skipped out ahead now to Keith. Wilbur, they'll come right down on him. They know he's a three-point shooter, but Taylor goes. Dishes back over to Ches. Put up a little runner there, didn't get it down. Quentin Harris with the rebound. Collins back left outside. Collins. Nice dish, but a little offense by accident that time. Good pound underneath here by the Owls, and Rogers comes down with the rebound finally. An unfortunate off his foot by Malagna. Swoop to the basket. Good help defense. He'll tangle on the floor, and it's going to stay with the Owls. Let's take a look at that last Rogers play, Nate.
You're going to see him at the top of the key here. Just quick dribble, hop, step, and oof.
Yeah, the jump step, which, is always an underrated move. I don't think enough people do it, but, no use doing a jump step if you can't elevate off that jump. A lot of guys got to, they can't elevate off the jump step, Nate, jump stop and go straight up. But Brandon's, he's got extra springy springs in there. Nine. Entertaining. Caleb McGuire had a nice defensive stop right in there. Nice play there by Caleb. Back-to-back good plays by Caleb. Okay, we all would see if Caleb scored a three or something like that, but those little things, those are things the coaches